Well, here in my car, I did a double feature today. I saw Freaky Tales and Hell of a Summer. So let's go ahead and start talking about Hell of a Summer. And man, I don't really know what to say about this movie because on one hand, the comedy really worked for me and I really did laugh and thought it was funny. But on the other hand, and maybe this is because we're really spoiled with movies like the Terrifier movies and stuff like that, there was just not enough gore in this movie. Like, there were so many kills that either cut away, happened off screen, or that like they showed glimpses of, but not like the whole thing. Now, again, there were a couple where they really showed what was going on and they showed the gore in detail, but it just felt like they kind of shied away from that a lot in this movie. And as a horror fan, as a gore fiend or whatever you want to call it, I don't know what the term is, I really love my gore, and it felt like this movie was trying to focus way more on the comedy and, like I said, just really shied away from the gore in most of the kills. But again, I did laugh a lot and the comedy really did kind of hit for me. It's definitely not the kind of comedy that's for everybody because much like Heart Eyes from earlier in the year, this movie's comedy is very, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's one of those self-aware sort of horror kind of comedy movies where there will be like a serious moment that's supposed to be serious, or it would be if it was in real life, you know, but they make a joke and they play it off for comedic effect, if that makes sense. And for me, that kind of works most of the time. It really worked in Heart Eyes, and for the most part, it worked here as well. There were a lot of jokes, a lot of comedy, way more so, I feel like, than in Heart Eyes even, and maybe a little too much here, to be honest. And definitely way too much for a lot of you guys out there, most likely. That, and there wasn't really very much suspense at all. Like, I didn't really give a shit about who the killer was. I don't know what to say about it, because I'd watch it again if it was streaming, but I don't know if I would buy it. And I'm also on the fence about even recommending it as a theater watch, because I know a lot of people out there didn't really like Heart Eyes. And I'm not trying to just keep comparing it to Heart Eyes, because they're two totally different movies. But I know a lot of people didn't really like the comedy in Heart Eyes, and they preferred The Monkey. You know, those two came out kind of close to each other. It's definitely more in the Heart Eyes comedy realm than The Monkey. Hopefully that will make sense, but I don't know. So it's kind of a tough recommendation for me, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.